and welcome to today's class. Today's class is the beginner version of Spread Yourself Thick, where we are talking about the tendency we all have to spread ourselves too thin. I am absolutely guilty of that. I have been my whole life. When we think of spreading ourselves thick, we want to think about when we have a larger lever arm, like we're opening up in the legs, opening up in the arms, we need to be tight in the core. So think about thick, not broad, but thick as in toned, really toned in the core. So when we spread ourselves, we want to be thick in the shoulder girdle, in the deep hip girdle, and in the trunk by way of this, abdominal bracing. So that's our theme today. We will begin on our back in a supported bridge. So taking your block under your sacrum, maybe the flattest setting here, and just bring your arms by your side and begin to flap your knees out and in. And if you just kind of let your belly relax, you might feel a little movement in your back, maybe even some discomfort, and then tighten that up. So think about cinching the front ribs in, pulling the abdomen towards the belly button, towards the spine and towards one another, like in towards that midline. And feel the difference, how that just gives you a little bit of support in the spine and you no longer have that movement occurring, even though the legs are moving. So this is kind of what we're talking about, this thickening or tensioning around the core. That is the theme of the entire intermediate level class, but we will be applying it even here in our shorter beginner little snack. So let's slide the block out, stop moving the knees, bring the block between the thighs, and start to lift and lower the hips. Just the pelvis lifts, the bottom ribs stay down. And give the block a little squeeze. That's going to help to kind of lace things up around that core. And then we will come down onto the sacrum, interlace the hands behind the head for a set of abdominals to warm up our core. Bring the elbows in. We'll take an inhale. Exhale, lift the chest. Pull down in the front ribs. Try not to pull up with your hands. And then inhale to lower. And if you can only lift up just an inch or so, that's fine, even a half inch. Exhale, lift up. Really don't want you to pull on your neck. So using the strength of the abdomen, now twist to the left, taking a small turn. Come back to center and inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up. Small turn to the right, staying up off the right shoulder blade. Let's come back to center, inhale to lower. Exhale, lift up. Twist to the left. Now lift the left heel, and you're going to feel just that little change will increase the demand in your core. Lower the left heel. Come back to center. Inhale as we lower. So we're spreading our wings a little wider there by lifting the heel. Exhale, lift up. Twist to the right and lift the right heel. You got to cinch in a little more tightly in that left oblique. Lower the right heel. Come back to center. Inhale as you lower. Exhale, lift up. Twist to the left, lift the left heel, lift the right heel. Good. Lower the left heel, lower the right heel. Come back to center. Inhale, lower. Add it a little bit more. Ramped it up. Exhale, lift up. Twist to the right, lift the right heel, lift the left heel. Lower the right heel, lower the left heel. Back to center. Inhale, lower down. One more round. Exhale, lift up. Twist to the left. Lift the left heel, lift the right heel. Maybe flare the elbows out wide. Good. Bring the elbows in. Lower the left heel, the right heel. Come back to center. Inhale, lower down. If that felt like too much, just leave the elbows in. Exhale, lift up. Small turn to the right. Lift the right heel, lift the left heel. Option to flare the elbows without falling on that shoulder blade. Bring the elbows in, lower the right heel, the left heel. Come back to center and lower down. Great job. All right, take your block out and we'll come on over onto hands and knees. So we got our core warmed up a little bit by way of the abdominal region. Let's warm up the shoulders some. Coming onto hands and knees, we'll lower down onto the forearms. Now, you could leave the forearms parallel to one another, or you could clasp the hands. That is your choice. Depends on how it feels in your shoulders. Let's curl the toes under and lift the hips up. This is called a dolphin pose. Now, if this just feels absolutely terrible to you, you are going to come onto hands and knees and lift the knees. Now, dolphin is hard. So, if it just feels uncomfortable, try to stick with it, but if it feels painful at all, go to down dog. Now, if you're in that dolphin, go ahead and come down. Let's take a breath here, and we'll try this again. Curl the toes under, lift the hips up, and just feeling that demand into the shoulders, building our strength here. I used to hate dolphin because it was hard. All right, we'll drop the knees, take a little breath here. We'll try it one more time, lifting the knees up, dolphin or down dog. And lower the knees, sit the hips back for a little child's pose. Let's flip the palms to face up and just breathe here. All right, we're going to come up to stand. You can use your blocks if you want. I like to use blocks for beginner classes. They just give us a little more space to move. So here we go. Inhale the arms forward and up. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Step the right foot back. Drop the knee, untuck the toes, and reach the arms up. So find the stack of the ears over the shoulders, over the hips, over the knee. This is called a triple S. And then we'll move the blocks, plank position. So you can start in quadruped, walk the right foot back, and then the left, coming into your plank. Drop the knees and lower all the way down, trying to lower in one piece versus kind of rolling or collapsing down. Inhale, lift for cobra. Exhale, we'll press up and back through hands and knees, and then lift the knees up to downward facing dog. You can slide those feet in, bend the knees, find a strong down dog here. Drop the knees, come up to tall kneeling. Step the right foot forward and reach the arms up. Pressing into the top of this left foot. Again, finding that stack. Grab your blocks to frame the right foot, lift the left knee, and we'll step it up. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, hands to the blocks. Bend the knees as much as you need to. Step the left foot back. Drop the knee, but not the toes. Lift the chest, leave the arms low, and let's roll the shoulders up, back, and down. Just getting a little bit of rotation through the spine, a little bit of movement of your shoulder blades. Coming into plank, you can start in quadruped. Walk the left foot back, the right foot back for plank. Drop the knees and lower down, not leading with the chin, so keep the neck in line with the back body. Lift for cobra, pulling the chest forward. Press back through hands and knees, lift the knees up to downward facing dog. Again, sliding those feet forward, bending the knees, softening in that back line. We'll drop the knees, come up to tall kneeling. Step the left foot forward, curl the right toes under, and roll the shoulders here. Up, back, and down. Stabilizing through that right buttock, right glute. Just seeing how that feels. Feels like a nice, good morning stretch to me. All right, grab your blocks to frame the left foot. Lift the right knee, and we'll step it forward. Inhale, rise up, reach up. First sequence, or our sequence. Exhale, hinge. Hands to the block, step the right foot back, drop the knee but not the toes, lift the chest, reach the arms out in front of you, And we'll peel the left arm back like we're making a bow and arrow, pulling back the bowstring, and then peel it forward. Now peel the right arm back. Pull the bowstring, extend the arm, rebend the knee, peel it forward. Peel the left arm back and peel it forward. So I'm moving through this long spine. The spine is staying erect, perpendicular to the floor. As I move the rib cage around it, again, expanding, we want to be, it's like we're spreading ourselves thick here. We're moving through the core. One more time, we'll meet up with our right hand forward, left arm back in this low twist. Bring the hands to prayer at heart center. Right elbow comes towards, on, or hovering over this left thigh. Prayer twisted, low lunge. Just breathing here. Good, now lift your chest up and we'll step the left hip open to the side of the mat. Open the arms wide. Bring the arms together as you internally rotate the left hip. Open the right hip up and expand. So again, spread yourself wide. Close that right hip down, open the gate, spread the arms. Left hip opens, left hip closes, and we open up. So just feeling that expansion, but this attention to the core, that we're staying nice and strong and toned there. We'll all meet up facing the side of the mat, bringing those arms out wide, and then plant the left hand towards the front of the mat, lower the left hip, coming into a side sit. So this arm will expand, we'll open the chest to the right, and then thread the right arm under and open up. So you can see that I'm staying lifted, which just again means I'm spreading myself thick. I'm not really loosey and goosey and thin and watery. I'm nice and strong. This kind of supple movement pattern that is very focused from the core. And now come to hands and knees. Lower your right hip to the floor. Lower your right forearm to the floor, coming into a side bridge. Left hand on the hip, and we'll open the left hip and close it. So stay lifted and strong in this right side body. You can even palpate that there should be some tension in the core, meaning you should feel that you're not just hanging out there. We're lifted in the side body. As we open the left hip, like a little wing there, or a clamshell. Good, and the next time you open, we can keep turning to the left, coming into a two-hand tabletop. Both hands come behind you. I like my fingers pointing forward. You could point them out to the side if that feels better on your shoulders. And lift those hips up. Finding some hip extension, some shoulder extension. It's a nice bicep stretch. Good, we'll lower the hips down, turn back onto hands and knees. And then lift up and back, downward facing dog. We'll swivel the heels to the right and to the left. Just getting into that low back, a little release there. One of my favorite moves, getting into the connective tissue of the low back where we hold a lot of tension. Good, come to center, drop the knees. Let's kickstand the right foot and then start to walk your hands to the left as you straighten this left leg out. We call this an adductor rock as we shift the hips back and forth. Now, if that feels like too much on the knee, you don't have to go back as far. You could bring blocks under your hands. It's a nice opening of the left inner thigh. And then go ahead, lift the chest, keep the legs as they are, gate pose. Left hand down the left leg, right arm up and over, big side stretch. Cartwheel the hands to the front of the mat for plank position. Right foot will meet the left. We'll drop the knees and lower all the way down. Coming into locust pose. Run the arms alongside the body. Lift the chest, lift the arms, lift the legs. I don't want you to feel compression in your low back, so draw the tailbone under and lift the belly up. Again, that kind of tautness there is going to help protect the spine. Hands under your shoulders. Let's take it back for down dog. We'll drop the knees, come up to tall kneeling. Step the right foot forward, curl the left toes under, reach the arms out in front of you, peel the right arm back like a bow and arrow, peel it forward. Peel the left arm back and forward. Peel the right arm back, revolving through the spine And again, imagining that you've got like an axle going from the crown of the head down to the knee, and we're just spinning around that pole there, that long spine. Let's pause with the left arm forward, right arm back in this low twist. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center and left elbow on or above that right thigh. Find length in your spine, this prayer twisted low crescent. Good, we'll lift our chest, open this right leg out and bring the arms wide. Bring the arms together, lower the right knee, open the left hip, open it wide, and keep alternating. Open up to face front in that grounded warrior variation lunge position, but with the arms spread wide. Spread yourself thick here. Let's do that one more time to the front and to the side. Hold it here. Plant the right hand down towards the front of the mat as you lower your right hip. Stack the hips, knees, and ankles. Left arm will reach. Find that lift here, and we'll thread the needle and open it up. Moving through the trunk. So initiate the action there. That's how we spread ourselves thick, by really working in from the core out. That keeps everything contained. One more of these. Come to hands and knees. And then lower the left hip, the left forearm, coming into your forearm side bridge position, hand on the hip. Lift it in the left side body, and we'll open and close this right leg. A little clamshell. And so just maintaining this stability in the pelvis. We don't want to roll the pelvis open in order to get the hip to open. We want to move, in this case, through the hip, not the core. We're staying strong and stable in the core. There's the thickness there. Good. Last time, we'll open up, coming into our two-hand tabletop. Both hands come behind. Lift the hips up. Oh, that feels good. And lower the hips down. Coming back onto hands and knees, facing the front of the mat. Lift the knees back to downward facing dog. We'll swivel the heels to the right and to the left. Let that feel nice. To the right and to the left. Just keep swiveling on the balls of the feet. Good, and then come to hands and knees. Kickstand the left foot off the mat. Start to walk your hands to the right side of the mat, extending the right leg towards the back. And then we'll shift the hips back and forward, this adductor rock. The adductor is the inner thigh muscle, your groin, as we also know that as. It's tight on a lot of people. It's a space that we can really spread and make some better balance in the body. Now lift the chest, keep the legs as they are, gate pose, right hand down the right leg, left arm up and over, big side stretch. Cartwheel, coming into plank towards the front of the mat, left foot meets the right, strong plank, drop the knees, lower all the way down. Make a little pillow for your forehead with your hands. Bend your knees up and we'll windshield wiper the legs from side to side. Oh, that feels nice. All right, extend your legs long. We'll press back to hands and knees, and you can come to a seat. So a little taste of spreading yourself thick there. Attention to the core so we can open up these lever arms. You can work your way up to the intermediate level as you're able, but always have to start somewhere. These are also nice little movement snacks that if you just need to loosen stuff up, grab a little 15, 20-minute beginner class and that'll do the trick. Don't spread yourself too thin. I sound like my mom. Thank you so much for joining me. Have a great day.